If your mornings are chaotic and your thoughts are already racing, it's not just fatigue, it's a sign of misalignment. That persistent early morning anxiety isn't merely a state of mind, it's a barrier to your momentum. When stress and pressure occupy your initial thoughts, you unwittingly carry that energy into every choice, every task, every interaction. Yet, it doesn't have to remain this way. Beginning your day with calmness, clarity, and intent can transform everything. Instantly, your mind clears. You transition from a reactive state to one of leadership. You advance with focus and purpose. And that's where genuine victories occur, not in the turmoil, but in the tranquility that precedes it. In just a few moments, you will discover how to curate a serene, intentional morning. A morning that clears your mind, aligns your focus, and establishes the foundation for a productive day. It's about awakening with purpose. Each sunrise presents you with a significant choice: to rise with intention or to float through the day without direction. This choice, though it may seem minor, sets the course for your entire day and ultimately your life. In the stillness before the world stirs, before distractions emerge, a sacred moment is available. Within this silence, successful thinkers like Andrew Carnegie unearthed their greatest strengths. Carnegie, a monumental figure in industry, recognized something many overlook: your mornings shape your destiny. He didn't accidentally stumble into riches or success. He meticulously created them, moment by moment, starting from the first hour of each day. To him, each morning wasn't just the beginning of another 24 hours, but rather the first act of a grand masterpiece waiting to be crafted. He awakened with intention, not out of routine. He rose with clarity, not in confusion. He realized that the way you start influences how you finish. Your first hour of waking serves as the steering wheel of your life's journey. Allow that to resonate. Before the sun greets the earth, before appointments fill your calendar, you are given a sacred opportunity, a blank canvas. At this moment, you must decide: will you let the day dictate your actions, or will you take control and define it? Those who wake up without a clear objective often find themselves as casualties of their surroundings. Their emotions fluctuate based on the weather, the headlines, or the priorities of others. They are swept along like a leaf in a breeze, hoping for something positive to happen, yet never aiming for any specific target. They rise late, race through their daily tasks, and question why their lives feel chaotic. Conversely, those who awaken with purpose approach the morning as a sacred ritual. They engage in meditation, visualization, journaling, and planning. They remind themselves of their motivations and the passion that drives them. They do not awaken merely to escape sleep. They rise to pursue their vision. They have a definite sense of direction because they have already envisioned their path before even getting out of bed. Clarity is empowering, and it emerges from the tranquility of the morning. In the stillness when the world is yet to awaken and your thoughts are uninterrupted, you can hear your inner voice, the one that conveys truth and recalls your aspirations. During this hour, you reconnect with your true self, free from the expectations and facades imposed by society. Mr. Carnegie's mornings were devoid of distractions. They were filled with resolve. He didn't wake to react to the world around him. He rose to shape his reality. This is what distinguishes the remarkable from the average. A life of greatness is constructed not in monumental moments, but through small, consistent decisions. The most crucial of these decisions lies in how you commence your day. So consider, what do your mornings reveal about your life? Are they chaotic, hurried, and with no direction? Or are they serene, focused, and purposeful? Don't wait for motivation to come to you. Shape your mornings so that you become your own source of inspiration. Before you get up tomorrow, take a moment to pause, close your eyes, and visualize your ideal day. Picture yourself moving assertively, speaking with clarity, and acting with assurance. Feel the energy of your aspirations driving you forward. Let that vision guide your actions. Then rise, not in a slow or lazy manner, but with enthusiasm and determination. The world doesn't require more people meandering aimlessly. It seeks individuals like you who are alert, conscious, and ignited with purpose. You are the skipper. The morning is your guide. And today is the vast sea before you. Determine your path before the world imposes its choices upon you. The significance of setting goals. Picture the impact of commencing your day by revisiting clear, specific objectives. Prior to the distractions of the world infiltrating your thoughts, before disturbances cloud your concentration, take a brief moment to reconnect with what genuinely matters. This single action of setting goals can shift the course of your entire life. Think about Thomas Edison. He didn't accidentally discover greatness. His achievements weren't the product of mere chance or a random favor from the cosmos. Each morning, Edison faced his day with intent. He understood exactly what he sought to accomplish. His goals were not vague aspirations drifting in his thoughts. They were concrete, specific, and documented. Each one carefully designed as a purposeful step toward the future he envisioned. When you write down your goals, something transformative occurs. You're not simply making a to-do list. You are affirming your commitment to your future self. You are establishing a pact with your own mind. Goals are not merely desires, they are commitments. And when those commitments are honored, they materialize into reality. The distinction between a life of mediocrity and one of excellence frequently resides in this straightforward habit, the consistent review of specific goals. Not once a year, not once a month, but every single morning. Imagine this scenario. You pull out a notebook or a journal, you jot down the 3 or 4 essential tasks you must achieve today. You visualize their successful completion vividly. You experience the pride, the progress, the propulsion forward. This simple ritual not only readies you mentally, it activates your whole subconscious to spot opportunities, fend off distractions, and gather the energy necessary for action. This isn't mere make-believe, it's grounded in neuroscience. The brain is inherently driven by goals. When you establish a target, particularly one that is bolstered by writing and visualization, it starts functioning in the background, sifting through information, making choices, and influencing behavior. It's akin to turning on an internal compass that consistently directs you toward your aspirational future. Mr. Edison recognized this principle. He didn't begin his day without purpose. Instead, he started with inquiries, challenges, experiments, and intentions, and every invention or breakthrough stemmed from this consistent clarity. His successes weren't random bursts of brilliance. They were the result of methodical, focused efforts each day. What's stopping you from following a similar path? You don't have to create the light bulb to live with intent. All it takes is a decision today to reclaim your mornings, cherish them as sacred time, and acknowledge that before the world tries to seize your attention, you have the opportunity to define your future. Each morning, jot down your goals, not only your long-term aspirations, but also your immediate actions. What needs to be accomplished today? What small step will contribute to your progress? Once you have them written, don't stop there. Visualize achieving them. Picture yourself completing that presentation, making that challenging call, crafting that proposal, taking that stroll, reading that chapter. The sharper your mental imagery, the more powerful your emotional motivation. Your subconscious cannot differentiate between imagined scenarios and actual experiences. It responds to emotion, clarity, and repetition. The more vividly you envision your success, the higher your chances of making it a reality. This principle is why elite athletes visualize their victories, why top performers mentally rehearse their successes before they step into competition. You are no exception. Your life is your stage. So, reflect. What are your goals for today? Are your goals documented? Are they precise, doable, and significant? Or are they merely abstract concepts, lingering until the perfect moment strikes? Don't wait for that moment. Create it yourself. Developing a habit of setting daily goals is not merely a trick to enhance productivity. It's a lifestyle choice, a statement about your identity and your evolution. Over time, these minor instances accumulate. Days blend into weeks, weeks flow into months, and before long, you've crafted something remarkable, not by accident, but by intention. Keep in mind that the future doesn't arrive fully formed. Rather, it is molded in the tranquility of the morning through the ink from your pen and the visions in your mind. Start each day as Thomas Edison did, with clarity, determination, and an aversion to drifting. You hold the power. Make use of it. Clearly define your goals. Record them. Envision their achievement, then take action to bring them to life. Next, let's explore capturing morning momentum. Momentum is an unstoppable force, the silent engine that drives significant achievements. It's the unseen impetus behind a fruitful life beginning the moment you awaken. The initial hours of your day aren't merely ticking away. They are the foundation for everything you will accomplish, experience, and fulfill in the hours ahead. By channeling the energy generated from an effective start, you ignite a ripple effect of success. Historical figures like John D. Rockefeller exemplify this. They didn't achieve success by sheer luck, but rather incrementally, day by day, hour by hour. Their key advantage was productivity in the early morning. Long before the world awoke, they were already in motion, transforming intentions into actions and aspirations into realities. Mr. Rockefeller grasped a crucial principle. A powerful start builds unbreakable momentum. When you kick off your day with strength and clarity, you accelerate your progress. That first task, particularly if it's the toughest, becomes a driving force. It establishes a tone signaling to your mind, I am in command, I am making strides. With that initial achievement, the remainder of your day aligns with your direction. You carry that sense of achievement like a beacon, illuminating every task that follows. Picture the contrast. One individual rises, fumbles through breakfast, and only begins working by mid-morning, already feeling behind the curve. In contrast, another person awakens with intent, pinpoints their most challenging task, and completes it before anyone else has even started. Who do you think possesses more confidence, energy, and control? This is the essence of momentum. Once you experience it, it pushes you ahead with minimal resistance. The underlying psychology is straightforward. When you tackle a difficult task early in the day, you activate a reward response in your brain. That feeling of accomplishment triggers a release of dopamine, a key chemical associated with motivation and drive. It's not just about feeling good, it's about feeling empowered, and that empowerment spills over into all your other activities. Meetings feel more meaningful, and even minor tasks are approached with greater focus. Moreover, momentum does more than enhance productivity. It alleviates stress. Confronting and overcoming your foremost challenge right away clears your mind of the anxiety tied to procrastination. You shed the burden of unfinished tasks and trade it for a solid victory. You transition from a defensive mindset to one that is offensive, and this change can transform your entire daily experience. Winning your morning struggles isn't about perfection. It's about making progress. It's about embracing discipline over procrastination and action over anxiety. It's about establishing a pattern of movement that evolves into a rhythm and ultimately a lifestyle. A single act of courage in the morning can lead to significant outcomes by evening. So what will be your first challenge? Is it a difficult conversation you've been dreading? A complex report requiring deep concentration? A workout that tests your resolve? Whatever it may be, tackle it first. Not after you've warmed up, not when the timing feels just right. Because the truth remains, delaying doesn't simplify tough tasks. It makes them more daunting. The longer tasks linger, the more they sap your focus and energy. However, by tackling them early, you relieve yourself of that burden and grant yourself the liberty to progress. Let your morning serve as a statement. Let it declare, today, I am not waiting for momentum to arrive. I am creating it. Keep in mind that how you start sets the tone for how far you can go. Your energy, discipline, and momentum all initiate with a decision. The most impactful decision you can make is to start off strong. Win the morning, win the day. Next, consider building resilience through consistent habits. Life will not challenge you just once or twice. It will do so repeatedly and often at the most unexpected moments. Yet within this reality lies an amazing opportunity. Every morning presents a new chance to fortify your resilience. It's not simply the beginning of a new day, it's an arena for your personal development, a sacred time to prepare your mind and spirit for whatever comes your way. Few understood this better than Winston Churchill. During the bleakest hours of World War II, he remained steadfast while bombs rained down and uncertainty filled the air. His fortitude was not a mere coincidence. It was cultivated through discipline, clarity, and an unwavering tenacity. Churchill's mornings weren't wasted, they were intentional. He approached each day not as a mere habit, but as preparation for leadership in the face of adversity. Resilience is not an exclusive quality for the select few. It's a skill, a muscle that strengthens each time you push it. Like any form of strength, it is developed through persistent effort. Each morning you have the opportunity to exercise that muscle. The real question is, will you take it? Start by embracing manageable challenges with purpose. Take that cold shower. Opt for a walk instead of sitting. Complete what you initiate. While these may appear as simple tasks, they hold significance. They are quiet affirmations to yourself that you are capable, disciplined, and eager to do what most won't. In the smaller moments of discomfort, your determination is solidified. Strong individuals don't wait for challenges to appear before they start preparing. They practice every single day. They approach their routines with a proactive attitude. When faced with adversity, they don't ponder, "Why me?" Instead, they inquire, "What's the next step?" This change in viewpoint is fundamental to developing mental resilience. It's not about being immune to adversity, it's about remaining intact despite it. Obstacles aren't disruptions to your journey. They are vital components of it. Starting your day with the belief that challenges are opportunities shifts your reaction to difficulties. You stop resisting distress and begin to transform it. This is the essence of character development. It flourishes not in comfort but through perseverance. Establish this as your morning routine before the world's chaos intrudes. Take a moment to be with yourself. Breathe deeply, reflect. Ask yourself, how can I become stronger today? Then take action on that insight. Don't wait for comfort or the ideal moment to arise. The ideal moment is now. Whether it involves a tough conversation, a challenging decision, or exercising patience for delayed rewards, lean into the discomfort. Recognize this. Resilience is not created from grand acts. It's nurtured through quiet consistency. It's the choice to rise when you would prefer to remain in bed, to press on when giving up appears easier, to remain steady when life's turbulence threatens to unbalance you. Churchill famously stated, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." And that courage begins each and every morning. It starts with how you greet the day prior to it greeting you. The strength you cultivate in the early hours becomes your shield. It supports you when the world becomes overwhelming. It serves as a reminder of your identity when external pressures attempt to make you forget. It doesn't guarantee ease, but it does ensure preparedness. So when challenges arise, and they will, you won't retreat. You will rise already ready as you've made resilience a regular practice rather than merely a reaction. Each morning presents you with a choice to forge strength or allow the day to mold you. Choose wisely. Let each dawn serve as your anvil. View every obstacle as an opportunity for training and let every uncomfortable moment prepare you for achieving greatness. Resilience doesn't simply emerge. It is forged morning by morning. Your beliefs shape your reality. The way you perceive your existence, the outcomes you attain, and the limits you detect all stem from the silent corners of your thoughts. It's not the external factors that dictate your success. It's the thoughts you nurture each daybreak. Henry Ford, a pioneer in reshaping industry and transportation, grasped this more profoundly than many. He famously stated, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Within this simple statement lies the foundation for personal success. Mr. Ford didn't establish an empire because he had superior resources. He did so because he held a steadfast belief in his capabilities. His belief fueled his journey, while discipline guided his path. Each morning, you're presented with a fresh canvas, a chance to mold your life. It begins not with actions, but with belief. Before you set ambitions, before you jump into your duties, it's essential to align your mindset with the potential for success. You must have faith that your aspirations are attainable and that you possess the ability to achieve them. Start your day by affirming your self-belief, not in a vague or wishful manner, but with certainty. Stand before the mirror if necessary and articulate these affirmations out loud. I am capable. I am focused. I deserve success. I will tackle challenges. I generate value. This isn't arrogance. It's about alignment. You are synchronizing your internal landscape with the outcomes you wish to see. If your subconscious holds on to doubt, fear, and limitations, it will hinder your advancement at every opportunity. In contrast, if it brims with belief, purpose, and clarity, it will become your greatest ally. Morning affirmations transcend mere motivational statements. They act as directives to your subconscious mind. When practiced with genuine emotion and steady frequency, these beliefs can reshape your brain. They transform your identity from one who merely wishes to one who is certain. While having belief doesn't ensure that everything will be easy, it does guarantee perseverance. It serves as the bedrock for all your actions. With strong belief, failures turn into valuable lessons. Obstacles become signals for growth rather than reasons to halt. Your mind shifts from questioning if you can to figuring out how you will. Consider the legendary achievers throughout history. They encountered skepticism, doubts, and adversities. Yet their firm belief in their purpose, deeply rooted in their morning habits, propelled them through challenges that might have defeated lesser individuals. They didn't merely rise and perform tasks, they arose with conviction. By starting each day with self-assurance, you cease to seek external approval. You stop waiting for circumstances to align perfectly. You no longer require validation from others. Instead, you generate your own drive. You dispel the mental haze of uncertainty and step into your day with intention and focus. Here's the reality. The mind doesn't differentiate between what's imagined and what's real. What you vividly picture and emotionally affirm, it accepts as true. When you nurture belief, it prompts actions that align with that belief. It will identify opportunities. It will bolster your endurance. It will quell inner doubts. Conversely, if you allow morning doubts to take root, you're essentially cultivating weeds in a garden meant for blooming flowers. Your morning serves as a mental workshop, a time to determine the person you wish to become and the life you aspire to create. Don't leave this to chance. Seize it. Invest vitality into it. Speak power into it. Let belief guide your path, as ultimately your reality isn't dictated by fate. It is crafted by your beliefs. And belief originates from a choice, the choice that you need to make each and every morning. So choose wisely, choose resilience, choose clarity, and choose to have faith, and watch as your world begins to transform as a result. 6. Nurturing passion and purpose. Passion serves as the driving force behind remarkable accomplishments. It's the intense flame that simmers just below the surface, silently propelling bold actions and daring aspirations forward. Lacking passion, even the most meticulously crafted journey can seem empty. Conversely, with passion in your heart, every single moment gains significance. Every obstacle becomes manageable. And each morning transforms into a call to greatness. Walt Disney didn't create a realm of imagination through strategy alone. He infused it with passion, an unwavering, visionary, and eternal passion. Long before the emergence of theme parks, full-length animations, or beloved characters, there existed a man with a dream so vivid that no hurdle could diminish its brilliance. Mr. Disney's mornings were not filled with doubt. They radiated purpose. Each day, he reminded himself of the joy, wonder, and inspiration he aspired to share with the world. You, too, possess that spark. Perhaps it's concealed beneath layers of routine or dulled by the burdens of responsibility. Yet it exists, and every morning presents a new opportunity to fan the flames. Pose the questions. Why did I embark on this journey? What vision ignited my spirit and urged me to act with urgency? What legacy do I wish to leave behind? These inquiries are not for those who wish to remain passive. They bring you back to your essence. They help you reconnect with what truly matters. When cultivated, passion possesses the ability to elevate ordinary days into extraordinary adventures. Prior to stepping into the outside world each morning, take a moment to reconnect with your purpose. Revisit your dream, articulate it, visualize it in your mind. Remind yourself of the lives you wish to influence, the changes you want to instigate, and the narrative you are crafting with each choice. Passion isn't about ceaseless excitement. It's about consistent direction. It's not always loud or flashy. More often, it's quiet, steady, and profoundly personal. But when nurtured, it becomes an unstoppable force. It transforms into the energy that drives you to take action, even when motivation wanes. It becomes the reason you persevere when the path becomes rocky. Consider passion as a flame. If left ignored, it dims and eventually extinguishes. However, when nurtured each morning, it intensifies, emanating warmth and illumination in all your endeavors. This underscores the importance of your mornings. It's not merely about the tasks you outline or the targets you establish. It's the deeper reason behind everything, the emotional fire that drives your efforts. Challenges will undoubtedly arise, days will stretch long, setbacks will occur, and you may feel weary. Yet when your actions stem from passion, those struggles lose their capacity to defeat you, because you're not laboring just for a salary or a title, you're creating something of significance. You're chasing a purpose that transcends mere comfort. Walt Disney famously said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." And what fuels that courage? Passion. The kind you need to reconnect with every morning. The kind that reinforces the importance of your journey. So before the clamor of the world begins to invade, give yourself that moment. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Contemplate your mission. Connect with the emotions that guide your aspirations. Allow that feeling to swell within you. Sharpen your focus and direct your initial actions. When you cultivate passion daily, you awaken an intrinsic motivation that cannot be fabricated. It's authentic, it's powerful, and it has the capacity to overcome obstacles. It quietly encourages you during moments of uncertainty and exuberantly celebrates your victories. It fosters resilience, concentration, and profound satisfaction. Every monumental achievement throughout history was driven by passion, and yours will be no exception. So, kick off each day not just with intentions, but with genuine purpose. Allow passion to be the heartbeat of your morning. Fan that flame and let it propel you towards your ultimate life purpose. For a life driven by passion is one that remains unbreakable. 7. Continuous growth and learning. Dedicate yourself to acquiring new knowledge each morning in the serene hours before the world's chaos sets in. You possess the power to shape your own evolution. There is no greater investment you can make than the one in your intellect. And one of the most impactful ways to enhance your growth is by adopting the discipline of daily, intentional, and curious learning. Despite being raised in low-income surroundings and having limited formal education, Abraham Lincoln emerged as one of history's most intellectually nimble leaders. He dedicated his mornings to reading, pondering, and absorbing ideas that ultimately helped shape a nation. His insights were not a result of privilege. They stemmed from perseverance. Mr. Lincoln recognized that each morning presented a chance to broaden his horizons, refine his thought process, and prepare his spirit for the responsibilities of leadership. You don't require vast resources to follow his example. What's essential is the eagerness to engage with your books, your inquiries, and your thirst for knowledge. Lifelong learners aren't defined by degrees or positions, but rather by a particular mindset. They greet each daybreak with the question, "What new knowledge can I uncover today?" Whether you delve into a chapter of a book or hone a new ability, the practice of morning learning relays a profound message to your subconscious. I am still evolving. I am still in the process of becoming. I am not finished. That perspective is your greatest advantage in an ever-changing world. Morning learning not only accumulates knowledge, it sharpens your intellect, hones your focus, and generates momentum for the day ahead. Most crucially, it keeps your ego in check. The learner's mindset is characterized by humility. It recognizes that no matter how much you know, there is always more to learn. Consider your mind as a blade. Without regular maintenance, it becomes dull. Yet with ongoing sharpening, it transforms into something precise, flexible, and potent. Each morning, dedicating merely a few minutes to purposeful learning ensures that your blade remains sharp. You become more efficient in your tasks, more insightful during conversations, and more resilient in facing challenges. Adaptability is no longer just desired, it's vital, and learning is the key to that adaptability. The more knowledge you possess, the better you can adjust. The more you develop, the more effectively you can lead. Those who cease to learn become inflexible, apprehensive about change. Conversely, those who engage in daily learning develop confidence in the face of uncertainty. They have faith in their capacity to adjust, to solve issues, and to rise to challenges. Make learning a daily practice. Dedicate 10, 15, or even 20 minutes each morning to this pursuit. Select a reliable source of knowledge, whether it's a biography, a philosophical text, a new language, or a practical skill. Don't merely skim over the material. Immerse yourself in it. Take notes, ponder its meaning, and apply what you learn. Make education a vibrant experience rather than a passive chore. Growth is never a matter of chance. It doesn't emerge from hurried reactions, but from deliberate intentions. When you sit down in the morning with a readiness to learn, you are actively taking charge of who you are becoming. You are crafting your future, one idea at a time. So, reflect on this. What did I learn today? How did I challenge my thinking? What insight can I carry throughout the day? Abraham Lincoln didn't achieve greatness overnight. It came from years of quiet study, relentless curiosity, and profound reflection. His mornings weren't filled with distractions, they were transformative moments. Allow yours to be the same. Start each day not simply by waking your body, but by energizing your mind. Commit to this routine. Embrace the mindset, and observe how each morning adds a new dimension to your strength, wisdom, and legacy. The person who learns every morning is the one who leads every day. 8. Your ability to adapt during tough times shapes your path to success. Life rarely unfolds as expected. The unforeseen doesn't seek permission. It arrives without warning, demanding your response. In these instances, it isn't merely strength that propels you forward, but adaptability. The capacity to bend without breaking, to adjust without losing sight of purpose, is what defines lasting greatness. Examine the trajectories of successful entrepreneurs. Their achievements were not the result of ideal circumstances, but stemmed from their ability to adapt when faced with change. They didn't resist transformation, they embraced it. They recognized that uncertainty is not a foe, but a call to action. A call to develop, to change course, to elevate. Markets oscillated, trends dwindled, crises emerged. Nevertheless, they persisted. Why? Because they conditioned themselves to respond instead of simply reacting. They identified solutions where others perceived obstacles. Your morning routine ought to incorporate this practice. Each dawn serves not just as a new beginning, but as a rehearsal for the unpredictability of life. Utilize the tranquility of the morning to cultivate mental agility. Pose the question to yourself, what challenges might I face today? And how can I approach them with composure and insight? Envision yourself adapting. Equip yourself not only for triumph, but also for resilience. The journey of adaptability starts with your mindset. If you perceive change as a disruption, you'll push against it. Yet, if you interpret it as guidance, you'll welcome it. The most accomplished individuals don't merely exist through change, they capitalize on it. Rather than lamenting the disappearance of former plans, they create new, more effective ones that resonate with reality. Train your mind to discover opportunities hidden within adversity. When the unforeseen occurs, take a moment to breathe. Don't react with alarm. Instead, inquire, what growth can I find here? What advantages lie concealed within this hurdle? This way of thinking isn't instinctive, it requires practice. And the optimal time to hone this skill is each morning before the demands of the day take over. Picture stepping into your day not only ready for expected challenges, but also unforeseen ones. That is true strength. That is liberation. When your mindset is grounded in adaptability, the fear of change dissipates. You begin to leverage it. You become nimble. You drift with the flow rather than against it. Incorporate adaptability into your morning habits. Contemplate previous instances in which you thrived amidst uncertainty. Jot down one strategy you will employ today to remain flexible. Remind yourself that it's not control you seek, but clarity. Clarity of intent, clarity of thought. With these, you can adjust to anything. The reality is that life will continually challenge you. Plans may fail. People may let you down. Conditions will alter. However, when you approach each morning with a mindset of openness and adaptability, you won't merely survive, you'll transform. Allow every hurdle to become a stepping stone and every obstacle to serve as a setup for something greater. By adapting, you cultivate growth. As you grow, you find yourself in a position to lead. And when you lead through challenges, you become formidable. Welcome change not as a threat, but as a teacher. Start every day prepared to adjust, to be flexible, and to elevate yourself. Adaptability not only aids in survival, it fosters thriving. Ultimately, thriving is the true benchmark of success. Now, consider the mindset of gratitude. Gratitude influences how we perceive our surroundings. Your outlook on the world is shaped more by your interpretation of events than by the events themselves, and nothing hones that interpretation quite like a thankful heart. When you kick off your day with gratitude, you establish the groundwork for a day characterized by abundance rather than deficiency. Eleanor Roosevelt, admired for her wisdom and resilience, integrated gratitude into her daily routine amidst personal challenges and global turmoil. She consciously chose to recognize what was good, right, and deserving of celebration. This practice not only uplifted her spirits, it fortified her character, enabling her to lead with empathy, articulate with intention, and impact the world gracefully. Her true secret wasn't merely her resilience, it was her gratitude. Each morning grants you a similar opportunity just before the day's chaos clouds your mind. Take a moment to contemplate. What do I cherish today that I once yearned for? What simple pleasures are present in my life? What insights have I gained through adversity? By pondering these questions, you can reshape your narrative from a list of burdens to a collection of blessings. Gratitude nurtures a positive mindset. It transcends mere emotions. It stands as a perspective, a lens to view your circumstances, and that lens transforms everything. By concentrating on the positives, you train your brain to seek the silver linings in every scenario. You begin to appreciate what you have rather than taking it for granted. You become more engaged, more optimistic, more vibrant. This way of thinking elevates not only your mood, but also your mental well-being. Research indicates that individuals who practice gratitude on a daily basis experience reduced stress, improved sleep, and increased overall happiness. Why does this happen? Because gratitude redirects your focus from what you lack to what truly matters. It calms that inner critic and fosters a sense of inner serenity. Relationships flourish in an environment of gratitude. When you value the people around you, your connections deepen. You're likely to listen more attentively and forgive more readily. Gratitude strengthens your ties as it highlights the worth that others add to your life. It communicates, I see you, I value you, you are significant. Challenges diminish in severity when viewed through a grateful lens. A setback turns into a lesson. A misstep offers valuable feedback. A delay transforms into an unexpected opportunity. Gratitude reshapes the story. Instead of pondering, why is this happening to me, you shift to inquiring, what can I learn from this? This change in perspective opens pathways where obstacles previously existed. Cultivate this habit. Each morning, jot down 3 things for which you are thankful. They need not be monumental. Often, it's the simpler pleasures that hold the most beauty. A cozy cup of tea, a kind gesture, a fresh breath of air. Allow these acknowledgments to set the stage for your day. Gratitude attracts positivity into your life as it aligns your energy with what is thriving. And when you center your attention on what is flourishing, it enables you to cultivate even more of it. So before you get out of bed, take a moment to pause, ponder, and express gratitude. While the world around you may remain unchanged, your own world will transform. Because when you start with gratitude, you ignite a source of power. And from that foundation, success flows effortlessly. The world takes notice of those who dare to be bold. Visionaries like Nikola Tesla didn't just dream, they acted on their aspirations each day, crafting legacies that impact the world. Your actions today will mold your future and shape your legacy. Daily, challenge yourself with the question, how will my actions today influence my legacy? Make mindful strides each day towards meaningful achievements. Greatness isn't solely contemplated, it is decisively executed. Let each morning inspire you to take purposeful action with the confidence that your dreams are attainable. This is your moment. Seize the morning and change your life. Win the morning and you will undoubtedly win the day.